Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. So we have the craziest dream run boss of the rotation, Blightshroom. There have been a massive number of teams come up with today, and there are some very interesting heroes being used in the top teams of today. So this is going to be an exciting video, but there are 14 different teams I have to show you as well, and we're going to be doing at least one run of each of them. So the first team we're going to start off with is Zhao's team, a free-to-play team option, a No-Mikola even team option. Pink twin on the right, blue twin on the left, Velka and Shmira on the stellar bond, Damon buffing up Shmira, Ravion behind the pink twin with the Star of Less spell. We're going to lead it off with this team. One thing to mention is I don't know if this will be account specific, but some people have said the orange charms on Velka are doing better for this team. However, I'm just running it with the red charms. I don't see why the orange charms would be needed compared to red on Velka, but it's just one thing you can experiment with. Okay, so Velka is a very good damage dealer for Blightshroom, as you guys are probably aware. Why are we having a visual bug? It's not showing endless difficulty for me. Does it always? I don't know. Anyway, it looks like we're in common difficulty, but I guess it is endless. Anyway, so Velka is going to end up with 210.6 billion damage. So let's move on to the next team, which was a collaboration between Lazarus and Zhao. It is the same team as the previous we just showed you, but rather than Ravion, one copy of Mehira is going to be slightly better. So if you have one copy of Mehira, she will be working in this comp. Pink twin on the right, blue twin on the left, Velka and Shmira on the stellar bond, Damon buffing up Shmira, and Mehira behind the pink twin with the Star Bless spell. We're going to run this team. But if you have Mehira built, she actually is doing pretty well for this Dream Run boss. So we have 217 billion damage. So the next team will be another team from Zhao. This is going to be a Rainier Shmira team, again on the free-to-play side of things. Ideally, you would want to have Mythic plus Rainier in front of Shmira, Damon buffing up Shmira, Ravion in front of Velka. Velka and Shmira are going to be buffed up by the attack buff of Ravion with the Star Bless spell again. Now, I think we're probably going to get a little bit of a lower score, 215 billion, but like if you had one copy of Mehira, then it would be underperforming this team, for example. The only reason we got 217 billion damage in the previous was because Mehira was, my Mehira is built up. Okay, next up we have another free-to-play team lineup from Nick and Becky together. This is Rainier in front of Shmira again, Damon in front of Velka, and Mikola in the back right corner with the Starblast spell, Velka buffing up the attack speed of all allies. This should be slightly better than Zhao's team because Mikola is pretty good for this. Okay, we got a new record, 218 billion, so 3 billion damage gap between the two teams. Definitely this is a good option of a team that you can run again as a free-to-play type lineup. Okay, we have an interesting team from Levi, which is going to be with No-Phraesto if you have No-Phraesto built. So real No-Phraesto in front of Ravion, Illusion in front of Rainier in front of Shmira, Damon buffing up Shmira with the Star Bless spell. This is going to be a good solid team, and I mean overall again pretty free-to-play friendly. Using heroes, if you're like a long-term player, you probably have No-Phraesto, you probably have Rainier, and there we go. 219 billion damage, slightly outperforming all of the teams up until right now. So we're just creeping up the score, the leader, or yeah, the ranking leaderboard with these teams, team after team. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, we have a team. Now we're talking about some pretty high scoring teams. So we have the GOAT team with Nazrik. Now, Nazrik is not the top for the teams today. However, he is good in that mid-level. So, Rainier in front of Nazrik, Baelran in front of Velka, and Mikola in the back right corner. Velka buffing up attack speed of everyone with the Star Bless spell. But this is a Baelran needing Supreme plus Baelran team. Now we're going to be getting some pretty solid scores, probably moving into the top 10 with a team like this. 231 billion damage. Very good overall. Really solid team. Okay, looking good. Let's go ahead and carry on with the team after this. So team after this is going to be a team from Aimer, which is going to be pretty similar, but it will also be adding No-Phraesto into the mix. Otherwise, the heroes are going to be the same, like Baelran. We have Baelran in front of Nazrik, Velka over here, and then Mikola in the back right corner, real No-Phraesto in front of Baelran, Illusion in front of Velka with the Star Bless spell. So this is going to be a great team you can run, again, if you have all of these heroes built. Again, not the top teams of today, however, still going to be getting a very competitive score. 242 billion. Yeah, now we're really moving. Actually, so I stand corrected. This is actually now considered one of the top teams. If you're getting over 240 billion, even for a maxed out account, that is really putting it into the competitive level. But you're going to see my top one is 257 billion. So there's still a lot more room for improvement in the teams I'm going to show you. But this is a very solid team. Definitely recommended from Aimer. Okay, we have another interesting team from Ko. So Tien, this is from the VN server, and this one might be slightly worse than that team that we just showed. But this is still a solid option. If you have Baelran, you have the other heroes. Damon in front of Velka, buffing up, and this is the only one with Ludovic in front of Baelran, and Mikola in the back with the Star Bless spell. So let's go ahead and run this team. It probably will not be a new record. It probably will be slightly lower than the previous team. 230, still really solid. 239 billion for a overall no Nazrik team, No-Phraesto team. Definitely a strong contender. No question about it. Okay, next up we have a team from Aimer again. And this is going to be with Mehira. Now the Mehira teams, they're not really working at one copy. Like, I mean, you could try it, but now these later teams I'm going to show you with Mehira, they want a fully built up Mehira. Like, because she's going to be a damage contributor to your Dream Realm damage. Because she has HP loss damage in her kit. If you guys didn't know, from her Blissful Whip skill, it deals HP loss damage, a decent amount. So Real Fresco in front of Velka, Illusion in front of nothing, Baelran in front of Mehira, Mikola in the back right corner with the Star Bless spell. Now we should be getting another record. I'm expecting another record off of this team right here. No, okay, another 241 billion, so kind of neck and neck with the other teams that we've shown up until right now. So, okay, but it is another option if you have these heroes built and not any from the other team. Okay, we have now a really good team from Prince in Love. Again, it have not very pay to win. Like if you have Frestro Baelran and you probably have the other heroes, Real Frestro in front of Baelran, Illusion in front of nothing, Mikola behind Baelran, Damon in front of Velka with the Star Bless spell. This is going to be... This has to be a new record, right? Still not a new record, 242 billion. But at least this gives you a bunch of different options at this 240 to 242 billion damage range that you can run. Depending on which heroes you have and how upgraded you have those heroes, you can do some runs with these. I don't think there's much RNG, but of course there could be some RNG. And you will want to use multiple runs to get your cap score. So we just ran Prince and Love's team. Now we are going to be running Tuxedo Cat's team. So now we're talking, yeah, Baelran, Aliceth duo. This is definitely in the pay-to-win territory with Zany as well. So Zany in front of Aliceth, Baelran in front of Damon, and then Velka left of Baelran. You have the two Zany turrets on the far left with the Blood Moon spell. This team is definitely going to be setting a new record. There's no question about it. The only question is, how high are those numbers going to go? New record. 250 billion damage. 250 billion damage, and you might think, oh, this team is very pay to win, but trust me, there are more pay to win teams to come. So this is a very solid option. It may be the best team for some people if you have these heroes, all of these heroes built. Okay, next up we have a team from Frosty and Lazarus. Frosty and Lazarus, I don't know if this is going to be better than the previous team because all of these are like some of the top performing teams, but let's go ahead and show it. So they're here in front of Velka, Baelran in front of Illusion Frestro, and Mikola to the left of Velka. Real Frestro in front of no one, and then this is with the Blood Moon spell. So overall, I mean, I look at this team and I'm a bit confused why Real Frestro is not buffing anyone, but let's go ahead and send this team. What are we going to get? What type of score are we going to get? It should definitely be above... Oh, new record! Another 250 billion. So it actually did end up being slightly better than the previous team. But again, this is using a built Mehira. Look at this damage numbers. If you try with a one copy Mehira, she is not going to be dealing anywhere near this amount of damage. And so Mehira in these final comps we're showing needs to be built. Like ideally Supreme Plus. I don't know what exactly the cutoff would be. Again, you can try it with a lower built Mehira, but it probably will not be better for you. Okay guys, now we have the top team of today. The Frosty Behemoth team. 4 Celestial Hypogean heroes. All 4 need to be built up. and your damage is going to be scaling with even Paragon levels of all 5 of these heroes, because these are all contributing damage. There's no dedicated supporter in this comp. If you had to choose a supporter, it probably is Mehira. We have Mehira in front of Velka, Velka in front of Baelran, Illusion Friesto, going to be buffed up by Velka as well, and Real Friesto in the back right corner, Aliceth in the upper left of Mehira with the Blood Wound Spell. This is the top team of today, and yes, this is incredibly pay to win. 4 Celestial Hypogean heroes, all 4 need to be max belt if you want to cap out your score here with the Blood Wound Spell. But this is going to be a massive score, or I guess not a massive score jump compared to the other teams, but a very meaningful score jump compared to the other teams. We're going to go ahead, send the skip run. It is going to be 256 billion damage. 6 billion damage, easily higher than any other team currently out there, even the other 2 to 3 Celestial Hypogean build teams. So here you're going to see the overall score recap. Mehira deals some major damage. She's even out damaging Baelran, which is crazy, and she's Supreme Plus as well on my account. Okay guys, I did another 5 runs of this top team, and none of them even got above 253 billion damage. This shows you that there's going to be a pretty high amount of RNG in the Mehira team, and I think it's probably due to the positioning of everyone, because you want Mehira to be buffing all of your allies, or as many as possible, with her whip for that haste buff. But yeah, there is going to be a heavy amount of RNG on this top comp. But if everything works together for you, you can end up with a very good score. Even with Supreme Plus Mehira, 256 billion damage is a very amazing score. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you're able to get a top score with one of the teams showed in this video. If there's any other team that worked for you, feel free to share that in the comment section down below. That is much appreciated. And if you're not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There is a link to that in the description of this video. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There is a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus Dragon Crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.